Hey guys, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live on this Sunday afternoon on the 20th of June. This is our third part of the Daily Bugle build today, so hopefully you joined me last week and you can see from the model that we've done 2 floors now of this set. So you can see that this top floor here opens up like so to open up into a newsroom kind of reporter area, and the front just clips on like this. So today we're going to be continuing the build, and I'm aiming hopefully to try and get the whole set complete today, but we'll see how we go for time. Hopefully we'll do at least 2 levels up if we don't finish off the roof today, and if that's the case we'll do another episode next week just to finish it off. Also this week I managed to get the typewriter delivered, so hopefully I'll be doing a live stream build of that, so look out for that coming on the channel soon as well, and you can watch me build that, and also continue to put more videos on the channel, so do check them out. And as always, if you're enjoying this stream, do hit that like button, as it helps us to spread the word, and also do feel free to subscribe for those future streams. So then let's get back to today, and we're up to bag 9 so far, so we're going to crack open bag 9 and start building the next level. Morning Brandon, welcome from Canada, good to see you on the stream again. So yeah, let's just get on with starting from bag 9. So I'll just slide the set to the side, and then hopefully the camera comes into zoom. Yeah, cool. And then we'll start with bag 9. And it's just one bag in this set of bag 9s. Do have a minifigure in this bag, and like the other bags we're going to start building the floor of the next level, and that includes the lift and the start of the fire escapes. They're going to be on this floor as well. We've got a box here with a cape in for this character here, and the character in this bag, because I can never remember all the characters that are included. We've got Mysterio in this bag, so let's find Mysterio's got some green legs and a printed green torso with a sort of a muscly torso on with the top of his cape. And then if we open up this box here, we've got this purple cape going on, so just stick that on his neck. We've got LEGO Con this week as well coming up. Hopefully some of you are going to tune in to watch some of those. Some of the items on LEGO Con. We get to question some of the LEGO designers, as well as there's a big announcement around a new Star Wars set coming out, and I've seen the list of new sets coming out this quarter, and there's some good exciting ones, so do check that out. So there's Mysterio. Brandon, the weather today is kind of a bit, it's cooler today, so it's 16 degrees centigrade. It has been up to nearly 30 degrees recently, and we're enjoying a bit of cloud today, and there's a bit of rain in the air, so it's a bit cooler today and not humid, which is nice. So let's start building the frame of the bottom floor. So just put this 2x plate on this larger plate, flip it over, and then we've got a 1x10, and then we've got these longer 2x plates coming off, and then we'll flip that over, and then we'll put some more of these larger plates on top to base the floor. And we've got a 2x10 and a 1x10 going on there. We've got a 6x10 going on this side. So this floor is actually going to be a bit thinner, I think, than the previous floors we built, because there is a balcony area on this floor. So we're going to start getting sort of skinnier on the floors. And I don't think it's this level, but the next level there's a smashed out window as well, which will be interesting to construct. So there's our sort of base floor, and of course we need to build up the side walls here where we're going to stick the glasses in, the windows, glass windows. So we've got a couple of 1x4s going in, leaving a 1x1 gap in between them, these in all the way around. Leave a gap over here for the fire exit. And then we've got these dark bluish grey 1x1s with the knobs on the front on one side. And then we've got these light bluish grey ones with two knobs on the side, just go on the corners as usual. So if you watch the other two streams, you'll know that we'll put these 1x1s in on the side to connect those external architecture pieces, the sort of train tracky kind of monorail pieces. I'm not sure exactly. I think they're train track pieces. I could be wrong. They might be Technic pieces. So that's that outside line done, and now we need to just start putting some of the floor. So like the other one, we start with sort of the lift area, which is going to be this space here, and as you come out the lift, there's two 1x2 grill tiles to step onto, and then there's a normal 1x1 brick in light bluish grey, and then we've got a series of medium nugget tiles just to create the floor going around here. And 1x4, and we've got a couple of 2x3s just in front of this lift space here, like that. And then there's more floor now, so we're going to cover this area here and a bit more around this space. So we've got another 2x3 there, 2x2. Are they out of stock, Brandon? Are they? I thought we had pretty good stock of this set, particularly. Have you tried Lego.com? Is it in stock there, rather than going to the physical store? Then we've got a couple of a 1x2 tile, and then another double jumper tile hiding somewhere. That's going to go there, but I can't see it. It's hiding underneath these tiles. So there's the floor space built out there. Next up, we're going to build a bit more floor over this side. So we've got a couple more 2x3s going down here, and then across this space here. And a 1x2 like that, and then we're going to build a bit more in over this side then. So we've got jumper going in, and a 1x2 and another 2x3 going in there like that. So that's the kind of floor covering done. Next we're going to do the fire escape, so it's the same process as the other levels. So we've got a 6x4 plates, put a fence on like so, one of these handle pieces, and then we've got 1x1 with clips on to clip the ladders in, go other side like that. And then this time, which we haven't had on other ones, we've got one of these clip pieces and one of these sort of transparent flowery type pieces, and that's going to connect to the second bar on the fence facing upwards like that. Then we get two more fence pieces just to do the front and the back, and then we've got 1x4 light bluish grey, which will be the bit we connect to the building to go on that side. On top of that, we put two transparent panels, and then we top off the fence with some tiles just to connect it. So two 1x3s and a corner tile going on there. Then on top we put another 1x4 on top of the panels, and then we get our 4 length bar piece in red, and then a ladder piece, and we'll just connect that on like so, and then that just clips into those two clips that we've stuck already into the balcony. So that's our first part of the fire escape, and we just connect that to this 1x4 that we've got left here like so. I did notice this week as well that there's a job advert, so if anybody is interested in moving to Denmark and wants to build models full time, LEGO are looking for model builders to build the larger models for various clients and things. So check out the Twitter feed. I think I posted it on the Brick Talk Twitter feed if you're interested in looking at becoming a full-time model builder. You build large-scale models. I think there's only a team of 29 people, I think, or 25 people in the whole of the world that are in that team building large-scale models across the organisation. So if that's something you're interested in, why not apply? You never know. So this is the lift now that we're building here. Same format as the other floors. Got these large 2x6 dark bluish grey tiles going on to give us the lift doors, and then that just connects in front of the grills over that side. So now we've got this sort of lift effect there. Then we need to build the controls for the lift like we did on the other levels. So we get 3 1x1s and a 1 3/4 piece. And so we build this up like so, and another 1x1. And then we'll just stick these two round 1x1 tiles on for the controls, and that sits in front of the lift as usual. And then we've also got 2 1 and 1 3/4 studs on the side, and they'll just stick next to the window we put where the fire escape is, like so. Then there's a door, so I think this is probably going to be the door to the balcony. So we've got a blue frame here and a plain old grey door here. Just stick that together, and then it's got a grey door handle on, and that goes on these 4 studs here, like so. And then we just want to build up where we've put in the fire escape, a 1x4 and a 1x1, just to level off the wall so that they're all sort of similar heights. Then we're going to stick a couple of plates on. So we've got a 1x2 and a 1x3 plate, and then we just put the 1x3, 1x2 on top to level that off even further. Then now we're going to build this corner column up here, and we're going to build up the top of the lift so it's a bit more secure. So to do that, we get 2 corner bricks, get a 1x2 brick if I can see it, a normal one. Then we've got 2 Erling bricks, which will be for the sign above the lift, as we've done on the other floors. 6 1 3/4 bricks, and that's it. So to start off with, we put this corner brick on top of the lift, and the other one on the other side of the lift, 1x2 in between, and then we put the 2 Erlings just above the lift because that's where the arrows up and down tiles are going to go. And then we build this 1 3/4 sort of tower of bricks with the studs alternating in different directions, so at the end we'll be able to connect the external detail going up, and then that connects on like so. So we've kind of got this corner built out now. Next up is the next fire escape. So same again, a 4x6 and a red fence. We've got the handle piece, and we've got 2 1x1s with clips on top to fix the ladder into. Then we put a 1x4 grey brick and the 2 fence pieces on either side, so we kind of ended up with something like that. 2 transparent panels to give us the glass on top, and then we just connect the the top of these fences with these tiles as usual. So we've got 2 corner tiles and then 2 1x3 tiles just to cover the studs off. So we've got something that looks like this. And then this time we get 2 1x4 plates and stick them together. And then on top of that we put 2 1x2s with sliders on. And that goes on top of these panels instead of a 1x4 this time, brick. And then we get our ladder with a 4-length rod, stick that on, and again clip that into position like that. So it's built like that, and that goes onto this, onto here like so. Kind of builds up the next level of the fire escape. Then we get 4 2x4s and we just stick them together. 3, 4, and that just goes above the lift just to build the lift wall up. And then we've got 6 1/3 with studs on the sides, 3, 6, and we just stick them in one big long column, and that will sit just in the gap we've got over this side here. So just make sure they're all straight, and that just slots in like so. Next up we have got 2 1/3 with studs on the sides, 1x1 with a clip, a normal 1x1 brick, and then we've got 1 1x1x3 brick, and we stick the clipped brick to that 1/3 one, so stick that in the front. And then we get the 1x1 and 1/3, and we just stick again, make another tower. Just move this over one. Take a look. Take a look now, y'all. What did I miss? We had a 1x4, and that goes over like that. That's it, and then that goes on top like that. So I missed the 1x4 going on there, which confused me. So now we've got this building up. So then we get a 1x4. And then we get 2 1x1s, and we just stick those on the other end. Then we get the Erling bricks and stick them in the middle. So this is going to give us the fire escape green kind of sign above the door onto the balcony. And we've got a 1x4 plate and a 1x4 brick, and then a 1x4 plate again on top of that. And then where we've got these 2 holes, we just stick 2 1x1 green plates to give us that sort of look of a fire exit lit up sign, and that just goes above us. Just a 1x4 brick there. This goes above us on that door like so. So we've got this kind of look going on now. Then we need a 1x3, we need 4 1x2s with sliders and a 1x2 plate. And then we're just going to cover the top of this to level it off so it's all the same size. So we get the 1x3, connect that on top of the lift with the 1x2, and then we've got 1x2s with the slider modification, goes in the gaps that are left like that. And then we get our 2 printed tiles which we've seen before on the other levels, and then we just use that to put above the lift to signify the up and down lights on the lift, so we kind of get that look there as well. Then we've got a few more tiles to put in on the floor. So in the middle here we've got 2 1x1, and then we've got a 1x4 just goes into the middle part there. And then that, I think, is the end of bag 9. So now we go on to bag 10. In bag 10 we're going to build out some more of these walls and the external parts with the with the windows on, and I think we might have Peter Parker here, but let's have a look. Yeah, Brandon, it would be cool if the lift did actually work. Even if it worked a bit like Ninjago City, where it was just a Technic sort of thing you pulled up and down. But it does look quite good with the 2x6 tiles. They certainly look like lift doors, which is a nice touch. Breaking a taxi cab. So let me just double check which character this is, this minifigure. I think it's Peter Parker, but let me double check. It is Peter Parker, yeah. So we're going to build Peter Parker. So he's got blue legs, like he's wearing jeans. And then he's got a kind of a varsity jacket, a red varsity jacket torso. He has a satchel going around him. Just stick that over his head, like so. And then he's got a smiley head or a scared face. You've got a choice of which one to display. I'll sort of put the smiley head on. And then he's got brownish hair, it goes on top. So there's our Peter Parker figure, put him next to Mysterio. And now we're going to build a photocopier. So we've got a little mini build here to build a photocopier. So we'll need a sort of black transparent piece of glass, and there's a white window frame. Put the glass inside the frame like that. And then at the bottom of that we put a 1x2 plate with 2 clips, and on top we put 2 white Erling bricks. So we've got something that looks like this. Then on top of that we have a bluish grey bracket piece. It goes on top of the Erling piece on the side, and then we put a 1x1 light bluish grey tile on top, if I can find it. Imagine a bee, here it is, and that goes on top next to the bracket. So we've got something that looks like that, and then on top of that, or in front of that, we put a 1x2 grill piece on top of the Erling studs that's sticking out on the side, and then on the side here where the bracket is we put a white cheese wedge piece like so. Then we get a 2x4 plate, light bluish grey, and we put a 1x2 plate on the end in white, and then we have a 2x3 tile in white like so, and then that fits onto the bottom into the Erling bricks. So you kind of, this is going to be the photocopier sort of surface, you know, the glass surface you put paper on. So this is kind of the side of the photocopier, which is cool. And then of course on top we need a lid. So we have a 1x2, we've got 2 handle pieces, one of these curved pieces, and we have a 1x2 plate. So we put the 1x2 plate into our curved piece to level it off, and then we get these 2 handle pieces like so, and then we clip that into these clips, and then there is our photocopy machine. And you can lift the lid and you can see the glass screen where you put the paper, and then you put the lid down, and then you can photo print away. And that's going to stick onto these jumper tiles we've got here as you come out of the lift. So now you kind of got this lift with a photocopy machine right in front of it. Next up, we're going to start building some stacks of newspapers and some boxes. So let's get going with that. So we need 2 of these 2x2 dark tan pieces, 2x2 jumper, and 1x2 plates. We have a 2 1x2 jumper in white, and then we've got a printed newspaper that says conspiracy on it, which we've got from the main bag. So we take these jumper tiles, stick them on top. So we've got a dark tan one in the middle there, a couple of white ones, and then of course we stick a printed conspiracy tile on top, and that goes on top of this jumper plate just in front of the escape hatch there. Probably not the best place to put it, but that is what the instructions say. And in fact, I realised I've used the wrong colour jumper there. There's a light or a normal tan colour one that actually needs to be used instead, and that goes in front. And a dark tan jumper goes on top of the 2x2. Allows us to stick another brick on top there, like a stack of boxes, and cover those up with 2 tiles that, like, you can open up the box like that, and that sticks on that jumper there. So now we've got this sort of office scene of some boxes stacked up, photocopy machine, and a stack of newspapers there by the lift. Yeah, Brandon, the typewriter might be a little bit difficult. The piano, I think it's similar to the piano, so I don't know if you built the grand piano, but that was a little tricky. But they're worthwhile builds if you can do them slowly and build through them. They're a little fiddly in places as well, so it depends if you get a bit frustrated with the fiddliness of them. But I may do a live stream, so you'll be able to see what it looks like in terms of building it as well. So keep an eye out for that. Then now we're going to do a stack of drawers, and we're going to have a pizza on top, and we're going to have a camera. Of course, Peter Parker taking photos. So first off, we take these 2 sort of containers, stick them together, and then in go these medium nugget drawers, like so. And then on top of this drawer cabinet, where we've got the studs, we're just going to put a 2x2 jumper, one of these pieces, and a tile piece like that. And then on top of here, we're going to stick a pizza box, hanging off a bit, and then we're going to build a little camera with a zoom lens, and that's just going to stick into this brick like this. So now we've got this sort of filing cabinet with pizza and camera on top, and that just sticks into the other stud we had left. So we kind of got going to have a crowded room kind of looking thing here. We've got to get past all these pieces to get to this area over here. So next up, we are going to do, what have we got? We've got 4 1x4s we need in light bluish grey. 2, 3, 4. We've got one of these pieces, 2 1x2s. We've got a 1x2 plate, just a normal one somewhere. She's there. Nope, that's the one with a slide one. Does that spot the difference sometimes? There it is. We've got 2 1x1s in reddish brown, and we've got 2 tiles in reddish brown 1x1s. So stick 3 of these 1x4s together first. Then we stick one of these 1x2s together, and the plate on top, so we build a wall like that. Then we stick a 1x4 on top of that, and then this becomes like a notice board by the look of it. So we stick a couple of 1x1 plates on, diagonally opposite to each other, and then we put the tiles on. Ooh, well, cool. So you've kind of got something that looks like that, and then on top of that we stick a couple of light yellow 1x1 plates like that. So it kind of looks like almost like post-its on a wall or some things stuck to a notice board. And that just sticks in this section here, just behind the stack of newspapers. Build a wall up. Then we're going to stick a doorway in with no door, so it's just the door frame that goes in. And I probably just want to rearrange some of the positionings for the stack of newspapers and this cabinet, because I think I probably didn't stick them farther enough over. It's fun. Then we stick these boxes in. So I've got to just rearrange that slightly just to push some things over a bit so the doorway is obstructed but not too much. It was too obstructed a minute ago. And then we get a 1 by 1 by 5 and a 1 by 1 on its own. Stick that on top and stick that next to the doorway so it's the right height. So we've kind of got this seam developing now. Next up we're going to build a sand green wall. So we get 1 by 6 in sand green. 1 by 1. Of course, sand green being the colour that the typewriter is also constructed in. So it'd be nice to see some more buildings in this colour. Then we put a 1 by 2 underneath that, and then a 1 by 1 underneath that as well. Then we put another layer on top here, so we put another 1 by 6, a 1 by 2 and a 1 by 1. So we've got a level of 3 bricks high, and then we do another 1 by 6, put a 1 by 2 plate in this time and a 1 by 1 on the end. Then on top of the plates that we've just stuck in the wall, we have a 1 by 2 by 3/4 with studs on that we stick on that, a 1 by 6 again and a 1 by 1 like this. And then we do another layer, so another 1 by 6 on top of that, 1 by 2 and a 1 by 1. And then we have a bright orange tile that goes on there, and we need a sticker. We've got a sticker of Spider-Man in LEGO 4. It's going to stick onto that tile. Like so. And then that's going to stick across here. Like that. So we've got something that looks like that. Then we're going to build a desk in this area here. So first off we start with a blue chair, dark blue chair with a 2 by 2 round in black, and that sticks onto this jumper tile that we've got in the middle. And then we get 8 1 by 1s in reddish brown, and we stick them in 2s. So we've got 4 lots of 2s. These could be the legs of the desk. Going in there, and then that goes into the 4 gap corners that we've created already. So we've got something looking like that now. Then we'll start building the desk itself. So we need a 1 by 4 bluish grey, 2 by 4. We've got 2 1 by 2s in brown, a yellow 1 by 2 with studs on the side, 2 1 by 2s in sand green. We've got 2 1 by 1s with 2 studs on the side, and we have a 2 by 4 tile. So let's start with the 1 by 4 in bluish grey. We stick this yellow piece in the middle, and these 1 by 1s with 2 studs on the side, either side. Then on the front we stick a 2 by 4 plate, and then we put our 2 sand green plates on the side, this kind of thing. And then on the front we stick our brown tile, and on the side we stick our 2 brown tiles like this, and then that sits in the front like so. So we create this kind of look of the front desk. This will be covered in a second with some more detail. So then on top we need a 1x2 in brown, we need a 2x2 modified with just 2 studs on. We have this dark bluish grey tile, and then we have a 1x6 brown tile. So the 1x6 brown tile goes on the front, then we have a 1x2 brown tile on the side, the modified 2x2 there, and then in the middle we have this dark bluish grey one, so it's like a writing area there. And that's the desk bit created. Then we put some more detail on the desk. So we're going to put a telephone. So we've got a telephone piece, a 1x1 upward clip piece, and then we have a sloped grey piece, a 1x3 piece, and a 1x4 piece. And then with the telephone we just put the black clipped 1x1 onto the telephone piece, and that goes onto our stud that we've got on the desk there. And this sloped piece just goes on top of this sand green piece here, and so do the tiles. So we leave a 1 stud bit in the middle. 1 stud in the middle has a 1x1x5 piece that goes up top, and then on the sloped piece we put a 1x1x3 on the other side. So we kind of got this kind of look going on here. Who's my favourite Marvel character? Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I do quite like Spider-Man, I must admit, but then I always quite like the villains in these things as well. So I'm not sure. I think probably Spider-Man would probably be my favourite. So there we've got a 1x10, and we put a 1x4 on top of that, and then we put a 1x2 on top of that, a 1x1 with a stud on the side next to that, and then a normal 1x1 brick. Then we top that with a 1x4 brick on top, and then over here we get 2 window pieces, and we fill them with some glass, not real glass obviously, transparent plastic. And then that just fits. Hold up, maybe it's not a 1x10. Made a mistake. It's a 1x8 we need. Apologies. Starts with a 1x8, and then we stick 2 window pieces into it like that. And on top of that, we stick an inverted piece like so, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, another 1x8 on top, and then another 1x8 on top of that. So we end up with something looking like this, and then that connects on top of here, on top of our door frame, to separate the 2 sort of rooms out, if you like. So we've got this look going on now. Then we need to build a few of our sort of columns that we've been building off these studs here, which usually surround the glass and then allow us to connect on the tracks to the external part of the building. So we need 24 1x1x3/4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I need to build 3 of these, so there's 6 in each of these. There's one, and we've got another one. This one has all the studs facing the same way. and we'll build one that doesn't, which will be on the corner part of the building. Four, 6, and then this time we just alternate this for the corner piece. Like so. So the corner piece obviously goes in the corner, and then these other pieces just go onto the dark 1x1s that we've already stuck on, like that. And now we've got to build our windows that are going to go around this level as well. So we've got 40 transparent panels. They're top and tailed with these 1x2s with the slider on. So there's there's 5 in each. There's 5 lots of transparent tiles, so we need to do this 8 times. So let me just stick all of these transparent pieces together first. 3, 4, 5. It's 5 out of 8 we've done. And then we're just going to put the 1x2 sliders on the top and the bottom of each of these. That's the 8th one. So then one goes on over here, then 2 go in this corner piece. It's a little bit wobbly getting these panels in, and then we put another one over by the photocopy machine, and then we put 2 next to each other in the front here. If I can get it. And another 2, another one. Let's squeeze it in, just in there like that. So there's the glass going on, as you can see. There'll be some more glass in a second. In fact, there's some now. So now we need to do 4. So we need 8 of these, 8 more transparent pieces, but we stick 4 of them together. 3, 4, and this time we just put the 1x2 insider on the bottom, not on the top. There's another 4 stuck together, and then slider on the bottom, and then these ones go on the ends on either side here. Now we're going to add some other bits on top of there. So we need 2 1x2s with sliders. We've got 2 1x2 transparents, 2 transparent Erling bricks. We've got 4 1x1 plates, transparent again, and then we've got 2 1x2 tiles, transparent as well. So first off, we stick the 2 1x1 plates and 1 tile together. Stick them into the front of an Erling brick. Top of the Erling brick, we then stick a 1x2 transparent, and then on top of that we stick the slider piece. We've got something that looks like this, and then that connects on top of that side, and then we do the same again for the other side. So 2 1x1 plates, 1x1 tile into the front of an Erling brick, 1x2 on top of that, and then this slider piece on top of that, and then that sticks on top of this side of the window over that side. So now we've kind of got this look going on either side. Yeah, Brandon, I'm looking forward to seeing how we've got the bust out window going on. I think that's in the next bag, in fact, bag 11. So we've got hobgoblin bursting out, I think, at this window. So we've just got to finish off the structure of this one before we skip to that. So let's put some large bricks in here just to strengthen the windows we've just created, so that they're not all wobbling all over the place as they currently are. So just putting a 1x8 brick in here just to secure the panels we just put in, and then in the front here we've got 2x8s. Trying to connect these to the wobbly front panels, which is always as easy as said than done. Same over here, just to connect the lift space in here, and then we just put 2 1x1s in to level this off at the top. That's kind of end of bag 10. So now we've got this windows come together separate. So we've got some spare parts, just stick those in the bag. And now move to bag 11. There's three bags in bag 11. This is going to have the hobgoblin bursting out. Burst at the front of his hoverboard. And the front is you can take the front out, I think, so I'm going to be able to take this off the front as well. So let's make the hobgoblin to start with. So he's got his purple legs and purple green torso, on like that, and he's got a green head, of course, looking like a maniac. And this seems to be the a repurposed elf type hat that you might have seen in the elf clubhouse. They've painted sort of green and purple to give you this hobgoblin look, and I've forgotten to take his head off. He's also got a satchel, of course, because he throws bombs, doesn't he, out of this satchel. So let me just put his satchel back on, put his head back on, with his hat. There he is. That's the completed Hobgoblin. I'll stick him to the side for now. And then what we need to do is we have a spider's web. We've got a spider web piece and a spider itself. And we're going to go back inside the area we just built, and we need to stick on the clip above the lift this web, and then put a spider clinging onto a stud that's exposed on the wall. So we end up with something that kind of looks like this. We've got a spider's web, and then we've got a spider crawling on the wall in this sort of derelict kind of officey area where the photocopy machine is. Then we're just going to put some plates around the top here just to secure it up a bit more. So we need 3 1x8s, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8. These are too big. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1x6s. So we need 4 1x6s. Seems I've got those to hand. We've got 2 1x3s. We've got 4 2x2s or corner plates. There's 1. Supposed to be 4, 2, 3, and 1 more there, and then we've got 3 1x8s plates. So stick the corner ones obviously on the corners just to secure them up. Then we have 1x6 coming off of there, and our 1x8 in the middle there, 1x3, 1x6, 1x8 across the middle, and then a 1x6 on this side. So all those plates. Look away, Brandon, if you're scared of spiders. I think that's the only one, so you might be okay. We need 2 corner tiles now. We're going to put tiles on top here, as you would do it on modular, just to top the top off. We've got 3 1x8 tiles and 2 1x6s. There's a 1x6. 2 1x8s, there's 3 1x8s. So I need another 1x6 tile tied in there. We need need 4 modified 1x4s, just 2 studs on. So I've got 3. So I need 3 1x3s, 2. It's another one of those modified ones. I think I'm missing a 1x3. There it is. Right, let's see if we've got all the what we need. So again, these hang over by 1 stud because this front area is going to be connected separately. So let's start with the modified bricks. Then we've got one of these corner pieces and a 1x3, 1x8 hanging off by 1 stud, 1x3 at the front, 1x2s either side there, and then 1x8s that go right across the front here. 1x6, 1x6, there we go. So those are the tops tiles done. Then we've got 9 of these pieces which we use on the external parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to put some lights as well, so we need 2 roller brush pieces, 2 of these 1x2 curved pieces, 2 inverted 2x2, no, 1x2, and we need 4 2/4 pieces, like so. So then if we take a look at the front here, for instance, what we do is we'll stick a light above this here. So take the inverted piece, put on this black 1x2, and put 2/4 tiles on the front to give us the top of the light, and then we'll stick 2 paint rollers in top of that, and then we stick the other curved piece onto the paint roller hands, and then that sticks into this Erling piece on top. I'll try to do it without smashing through the wall, like that. So now we've got a light above the fire escape on this side, and then while we're here we'll just stick these track pieces into these studs for the architectural detail on the outside, so it continues to flow up from the other levels. Does a very skyscrapery kind of industrial steel kind of look. Do the same on the side here and on the other side. By the fire escape, front to front on the floor, and then on the other side of the fire escape there's another set connected as well. So now we've got these pieces connected on all the sides. Yeah, Brandon, I think they were kind of rail piece, but they've got a sort of serrated edge on, so you'd probably have a gear or something running across this maybe. I think you could probably use it. I think it may have been used for the lift piece in Django City actually, where you stick 2 together and then you can run a cog up it, or you can run it onto a track like that. So those are the pieces. Probably should look them up actually and see what else you can use them for. So now we've done that, we can stick that on top of our existing building. So I'm just going to stick it up there at the minute just to get it out of the way actually, because hang on, get my bearings correct. Yeah. So I'll just stick that in there like that, which you can't see, but I'll show it to you in a minute, because now we've got to build the sort of smashed out front window bit first. So let's build that. So we get a 1x8 and put a 1x3 tile on top. Then we get a 1x10, stick that on top there. Another 1x10 underneath there. And then a 1x8 on top of that. And then a 1x3 under here. Similar to the other levels, this is how we sort of got the bottom frame for that. Now we've got that in place, then we need to stick a 1x1 with the 2 knobs on either end, as we do on the other levels. Then we have a 1x4 piece plate that goes into either end. And this end we put a 1x1 dark bluish grey knob on the side, another 1x4, and then we put a 1x6 brick into here. So we've got something that looks like that. Then we get 2 socket pieces, 2 ball socket pieces, a 1x2 with a slider and a 1x4 piece. And 2 studs in, we put the slider piece Then we put this wall joint piece in either end of the 1x6 brick and put a 1x4 plate in the middle. Then we get a 1x1 plate and two 1x2 with sliders, and the 1x2 with sliders go on top of the 1x4, and then we put the transparent piece on there. Then we've got an orange sloping piece, transparent, which goes in there, and a panel piece, transparent panel piece like that. Then we've got a 1x2 transparent orange piece, which just connects from this orange piece to the over to the panel, and we've got a curved piece which just connects on this side like so. Then we take 7 transparent panels, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and 2 1x2s with the slider, and we build 2 lots of 3 panels stuck together. One goes on there, and the other goes the other side, and then we get the one spare piece and put it at an angle off the orange transparent pieces like this. Then we've got this dark trans piece, a 1x4 tile and a 1x2 with a rod piece sticking out, which I can't see. Around here somewhere. In my usual blind self, I think. It's dark bluish grey. That's probably why I can't see it. Double check I didn't leave it in the bag. Can happen. I think I got them right in the bag. But I can't see it. Oh, maybe it's this bit. It's tan colour instead. Right, so it's a tan colour. That's why I can't see it. So you stick that on top of the roof like that, and then we stick a tile on top. Then this sticks over here, so we've got this dark trans colour here with this angled window coming out connected with the tile. Then we get 6 1x1s 1 3/4 with the studs on the side, 4, 5, 6, and we stick them in alternately. Here's one end, and then we do a similar thing the other side. And that goes on the other corner, something like this. Then we need 15 transparent pieces, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 6 1 3/4, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've got 6 1x2 with sliders, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we need to make 3 1x5 panels. 1, 3, 2. This is the last one. and then top and tail of that we've got 1x2 with the slider on. Like that, and then these just connect over onto this area here, just like normal windows. Then the ones that aren't being blasted out. And then we just take these bricks, stick them all facing the same way, 6 of them, like this, and they'll go just between these windows we've just stuck in here. So now we've got something looking like this. We need 2 1x1s and 2 1x1 panel pieces, plate pieces, sorry. Another couple of these with the studs on the side and 2 with 2 studs on. Just to top off what we've already built. Like that, and then we need 5 transparent panels. 3, 4, 5. 2 1x1 transparent, and then we've got 3 of the slider pieces. So we start to build some of the detail of the explosion, I think. So we put 1 plate with 2 panels, sticking on top, and that feeds into this space. Then we stick a 1x1 on top of another transparent panel next to that, and then another 1x1 on top of that with a slider that connects on this side. So here we're starting to see some gaps appearing for an explosion. Then we have a 1x3 panel plate, I keep saying panel plate, and a 1x2, and we're just going to connect some of these bits up here because they're getting a bit flimsy now. So 1x4 there, 1x4 this side, 1x3 and a 1x2. Then we've got a 1x6 plate, 2 1x3s. It's an inverted triangle, 2 balls socket joints, a slider one, should be 2 slider ones. There's another one. Then we start with the 1x6. We put the 2 ball joint either end again, like we did on the earlier bit. Put 2 slider 1x2s in the middle there. Top it with a 1x3, overhang by 1 stud. Do that both ends. Put 1x2 in the middle, and then put the inverted piece other side. So something looks like this, and that connects at the top here over this hole that we've got. So we've got something looking like this now. Then we need some long plates. So we have a 1x8, 1x10 and a 1x3. Just to, again, top this up again, strengthen up the construction. Then we've got 4 panel pieces and 5 curved says 5, there's only 4 there, there's the 5th. And this is similar pattern to what we had on the balcony here. just going to repeat this on the top. So it's a panel followed by a curved piece. And then to finish off the look, of course, because it's the external part of the building, we need to put the sort of train tracky kind of pieces. So we put them firstly on the side. There's one on one side, one on the other side. And then we've got some need to go on the front. Just making sure they're not, because they're quite flimsy, these columns, they're not pushed out. So there we go. So now we put these extra details on the outside. Now we're going to build a bit that's hanging out the front here, so it looks like one of these pillars has been blown out. So we'll start with a 1x1 with one stud on the side and the complementary ball joint piece. Top that with a 1x3 panel. Plate even, again, plate. Then we've got 1x1 with one stud. And then we've got 4 of these 3/4 pieces. 2, 3, 4. Make sure it's all sort of level. And then we'll stick one of these train track pieces onto these studs here. Like that. Then we've got 2 studs sticking out here. We've got 2 clear panels, so there's some windows attached to it. And then we get one, stick it on at an angle so it looks like it's been flown out. And then that sticks to this ball joint here, so it looks like it's smashing out the front. Then we're going to do a bit more, so 1x3 with this ball joint on, 1x1 with a knob piece, and then we've got 3 1 3/4. Stick those together, and this sticks into the bottom like that. And then we connect them with the 1x6 plates. There's an orange 1x1 round transparent there, and then we'll stick 2 window pieces into the bottom there, and then we have somewhere, I think it might be in the bag here, I have a bag full of sort of fiery zappy pieces. So we've got this orange piece here which looks like an explosion, and that sticks into our orange stud there like that. And then if we go to put this into the ball joint, then we can angle that looking like this, so it looks like it's exploding outwards, which looks cool. So that's that side. Then we need to do the other side now, so the explosion was elements coming out the other side. So take a ball joint 1x1 with a stud on it, 1x3 on top, another 1x1 and a 1x3/4. We need 2 of those stacked up here. Then a 1x6 plates and another orange 1x1 round transparent piece. Looks like it's exploding outwards. Make sure these are stuck in firmly. 2 more window pieces, and then another one at an angle, again to make it look like it's sort of blowing out. And there's another smaller explosion piece that can go into that orange piece like that. And then that connects into the bottom here, going out at an angle here, so you can kind of see the exploding pieces there. Then we've got to do the Hobgoblin's little hovercraft piece. Hovercraft, but you know what I mean, the board he flies on. So these are mainly in sand green again. A couple of jumper tiles. Hinge piece on the front, another jumper on the back. The orange piece to make it look like a bit of a flames coming out the rear. Then we get the hinge piece, connect that in, and then we've got two angled tiles just to make it look like the front of the craft, point it downwards. And then in the rear we just stick two of these one by one with ring pieces on, like that. Then we get two 3 length light bluish grey bars, stick those into the side, so you've got some bars coming off the side there. And then there's a green, sand green grill piece that goes on top. Then we've got these flag elements which we can clip into the 3 length rods, angled slightly down. Then we have this nice cool flame which we can stick into the orange piece coming out the back. And then we have these triangle sign pieces which just clip into the 3 length bar, angled like this. Then we take one of these transparent pieces and we'll stick a clip on the end. One of these pieces here, just to make sure the clip doesn't move too much. And then we attach that to the bottom of his hovercraft. So it looks like that. And then of course we can stick the hobgoblin on top of this. Let's angle it a bit so that his bag doesn't get caught. So he's hovering on the craft there, and then that attaches to the handle piece we stuck on earlier. So it kind of looks like blasting out the window there. We've still got one more window piece to stick in to complete the effect. So we get a 1x6, one of these ball joints on there, 1 by 1 on top. Then we've got 3 1 3/4 pieces, stick those together and then stick them into the bottom of the plate. Then we take our train track piece, stick that together, and then we'll stick one window transparent panel there, 3 over this side, and then one angled again to make it look like it's blasting out, and then that clips into our final sort of ball joint up this side. So we've got this kind of chaotic explosion going on, and then that should just put this spare in the bag, move the instructions forward slightly, and move the taxi out of the way. Let's just slide the rest of it in. Hopefully you can see it slightly, maybe not. The problem with this thing is it's going to get taller, it's going to be harder to see on this overhead camera, but then this should hopefully, if it doesn't just fall off, just slot into place here, I hope. Ooh, ooh. It's a lot easier said than done. Now it's stuck. Ooh. Because there's extra studs on this level because the front weight of the hobgoblin flying out. There you go. Very close to it. You can see the explosion of the level as he flies out the front. We need to straighten him up because he looks like he's about to fall off. There he goes, bursting out of that level. That's in the bag 11. So let me just slide that over a bit. I'll open up bag 12. Let's start building the next level. Like I said, I was hoping to finish the build today, so let's just see. We'll go for another hour or so, so see how far we get. This is going to be the floor for the next level, then that we start building. And this is an interesting character. This is Ghost Spider we're going to build now. The minifig in this bag. So he's just got black legs and he's got like a white hoodie on with a white face. There's his hoodie piece going on, and then he's got funny looking weapon piece coming out of there, which I think is again in the big bag. And there's a white cone that goes on the end of that, and a 1x1, and another bag piece from the bag. A web, looking like a web is being spun out, so he looks like that. So that's the phantom spider there. How many bags? I think, Brandon, there's 16 bags in this one, so we're up to bag 12, so it's about 4 bags to go, roughly. So we've got a 2x10, so a 6x10 on top of that, so this is the same as we normally do for building the floors. 1x10, then we've got 2 of these long pieces. Another 4x10 in there, 2x10, 1x10, and another 6x10. Again, this is a narrow floor. We've gone narrow since we've had the balcony on the first floor. And then another 2x10 just there, so our floor is in position. Make some room in the middle here, so it's the same as we usually do. I'll just make sure these are all pushed in. We've got some of these are sticking up. So now we just need to put our 1x4 plate pieces in the right place with the right gaps. Right across the front this time, so there's no fire exit or anything, I don't think. Leave a gap, so there's a fire exit on the side but not at the front. Then we just put our 1x1s, dark bluish grey with the studs on the side, into position. And one more over here, and then we've got on the corners our usual light bluish grey 1x1s with 2 studs on the side, like that. Now on this floor, again we're going to do the lift over here, but there's a blue floor, as you can see from the blue tiles here, so we're going to have a bit of a blue floor going on. So we start with a 1x1 light bluish grey that goes in there, and our 2 grill shiny pieces that go just in front of the lift, and then we'll put some floor down. So we've got a few 2x2s in this blue colour, 2, 3 and 4. Then we've got a 1x4 tile going across and across again, and then fill this inner section up with 2x2s tiles again, just like that. Then we're going to build this space out here, so more 2x2 tiles. There is a jumper tile, and a 2x2 plate. So we're going to be building some other items here, and then there's a 1x4 tile. Then we've got some dark reddish tiles for the other area of the floor. So we've got a 1x4 up here, 2x2s, a couple of jumper 2x2s, put a 1x4 plate up there. And then we put some 2x2s just in here. Jumper there. A couple of 1x4 tiles just need to come down the middle here. So I guess we're going to have another wall probably to separate these two spaces like we did on the previous floor. And one more. There we go. So there's our 2 floor areas. Then we'll do the fire escape. So a 4x6 and a fence piece, handle piece, and as usual our 2 1x1s with clips facing up. There's 1. There's 2. We've got 2 more fence panels, front and the back, and a 1x4. Now on top of the 1x4, transparent panels again. Then we've got 1x3 tile, again just to cover off the fence pieces and connect them together. The fire escape. Get our ladder piece, the 4-length rod. Stick that on there and then into the fire escape. And that can connect into our floor here. 4 studs over that side. So there's our first part, and as usual, top up the panels with a 1x4. Now this time we've got 4 bracket pieces in blue, which is interesting. We've not done that yet. And then we've got 4 1x2s with the sliders on. 2 1 3/4 with studs on the side, stick together. Just finishes off the edge of the fire escape. And then with each of these brackets we stick one of these slider pieces onto the bottom of it. And then we're just going to actually stick these into where the lift is, and on this other side here, which we've not done before. So it'll be interesting to see what that does. Now we're going to build the lift. So as usual, 1x4, and then we get 4 of these pieces here. 2, 3 and one more. 2x6 on the dark bluish grey tiles, and then top it off with a 2x4 plate. There's our lift again, goes into the usual position for a lift. We've got this area there. Then we need our 2 usual lift buttons that we have for calling the elevator, 1 3/4, and then we've got 3 1x1s and a 1x3 plate somewhere. There it is. So a 1x3 plate we just stick on top here with a normal 1x2 on top of our fire escape, and then just put our elevator or lift buttons on like that. And we've got 2 corner bricks, one by 2, 2 Erlings, and a 1x4. 1x4 just builds up our space here. Let me just double check here. What have I missed? I've missed something. Okay, I missed a 1x4 going on here and a 1x1 going in the corner. Now they're all level, which is better. There, 1x4 there, corner brick, 1x2, the other corner brick, and then put our Erlings in the front here ready for the up and down arrows to go on for the above the lift, like so. Then we've got a 1x1, and then we've got 8 1 3/4 with studs on the side, 4 5 6 7 8. 3 4 2 4 6 2 4 5 6. We've done that again. Stick that into that corner there, and then we just stick these last 2 on top of a 1x1, and that forms on this side above the fire exit as well. Fire escape, so a 4x6, put a fence on there, handle piece, and then 1x1 to the clips. Go into there. And a 1x4, and the 2 fence pieces. Two transparent panels. So this is the sort of repetitive part of the floors. We seem to have a very consistent elevator and the fire escape build approaches. Ladder with the 4-length arm. Click those into position. 2 1x4s. 1x2s with the sliders on, and that goes on the top of our panels there. And then we stick this in the gap up here. So now we've got our fire escapes continuing up the side of the building. Next up, we've got 3 2x4s. We've got a 1x4 and another 1x4 with the studs on the side. So we take one to start with, stick 2 on top like this, and it goes above the lift with the black external studs facing outwards on the building. We've got a slightly longer 1x1 then a normal 1x1, and we've got 4 of these 1 3/4 studs on the side, or 6 even. Stick the 1x1, the 1x1 3 on top here, and then we'll just make a big tower as usual, column these pieces, and that just sits the other side of the lift in there behind the controls. Then we've got 2 of these, and we want 4 1x4s. Take a 1x4 plate, stick 4 1x4 bricks on, 3, 4, another panel on top there, and then we put those two together. This long piece here, and that just goes next to the lift. Then we have a 1x3, 4 1x2s with sliders, 1x2, and then we've got our lift up and down arrows. So let's just top these areas up with a slider. So we're all level there. And we've got 1x3 and a 1x2, and then on our lift again, just put the down and the up arrow up the lift, like so. And that's the end of bag 12. So bag 13, we're going to build out the actual internal part of this level and the external floor pieces. And it looks like in here we have JJ, the editor, minifigure, and so yeah, JJ Jameson we have here, and we have Betty Brandt, are the 2 minifigures in bag 13. Let's start with the minifigures. We've got some white legs and a bright pink top here. There's a bit of a sort of bob haircut going on there. So that's one. And then J. Jameson, he's got black legs. He has a waistcoat on with a tie with his shirt showing through. He's got 2 expressions, one sort of an angry look and then one with a spider web over his mouth. Then he's got some grey hair and he's holding, I guess it's like a marker pen or biro actually. It's actually a biro piece. I think I've seen this before. So it might be a new piece for me. So you've got that kind of look going on. So I guess we're going to build his office space. So first up we've got sort of a reception desk, I guess. So start with this arch piece and a 1x1 in medium nugget with a stud on the side. Then we get a 2x2 and a sort of bracket piece. Stick that on top of each other, and that sticks on top of the arch. There's a 1x1 plate that goes on top there to level that off. Then we've got another 1x1. We have a 1x1 in white with a clip and another 1x1. Then we have a 1x2 tile, medium nugget, and a 1x1 tile on top. That's the first part. Then we flip it on its side, then we stick another curved piece in here. And meanwhile there is a keyboard tile that goes onto that stud like that. And then there is a interesting, they've printed a transparent blue book cover piece that you might have seen in the bookshop modular, and we're going to stick a sticker on, sticker 28, which has a mist cool, it's transparent sticker, which shows that there's been a mist cool on the screen. And then we can clip that into this clip on the side, so we've got sort of a computer, that transparent screen, which is quite a nice touch. And then that just connects into the 2x2 we'd already stuck into the floor, so we've got a desk space there. Then we're going to stick some chairs on, so we've got a black chair for the receptionist, which has some silver 1x1s going into the bottom. Give it some small legs. 4, and that goes into that jumper tile there. And then we have a dark blue, which I guess is going to be the editor's office. And this time we can stick the 1x1s in there again. Kind of silvery dark grey ones. Get the last one in. Just sticks in over there like that. So we've got some seats in there now for them to sit in. We also need 2 of these long pieces and the 1x1 on top, and that fills up this piece here like so. In a bit more detail into the in the editor's room. In fact, I might move that just to sit slightly over like that. And we have a black carton, we put some drawers in there again like we did on the other levels. It's medium nugget kind of drawers. And on top of the drawers we've got 2 gold cones, pearl gold cone pieces, silver 1x1 rounds. Then we put a coffee cup. You've got 2 golden mini micro figures that stick on top of the cone pieces, kind of makes it look like an Oscar. And then there's one of these rock pieces which goes on top of the silver. So there's some award desk sitting in the background in the editor's office. We're going to build the desk itself, so we get a dark orange 2x6. Stick in the silver 1x1 rounds into each corner for the legs. Then we'll flip it over. We'll get 2 1x3s in reddish brown across the front. Then we've got 2 Erling bricks next to each other on this side, and a 1x1 on the other side, just one of them. Then we get another dark orange 2x6, stick that on top. Where we've got the Erling sticking out, we'll stick a dark orange jumper tile to make it look like there's a drawer. And then on top of this top panel we just put 3 2x2 jumpers in reddish brown. Then we've got a tan jumper, goes on there, keyboard tile in the middle, and then another white clip that goes on the other jumper tile like this. This is the top of the editor's desk. Then we want to build up some hook of pile of newspapers. So you get a printed Reward Daily Bugle on top there. Stick that on here like that. And then we've got another transparent blue book cover, and we're going to stick another sticker on which has an email that says "Peter Parker, you're fired" written on it. guess he's about to get sacked by the editor. So we've kind of got a desk that looks like that, and then we'll stick that over here on the chair. So we've kind of got something that's looking like this at the moment. Quite a cool office. Then we're going to put some doors and windows in now. So we've got 3 dark red 1x4s. We've got window frame, a door frame. We've got glass for the window, and there should be a glass door here. Start with the window. We get 2 of these 1x4 dark red. Stick the window frame on top and the glass into the frame. Another 1x4 on top of that, and we'll just stick that separating the 2 rooms. And then in here we're just going to stick the glass door to the office into the last 4 section here, like so. Then to cover that, to make it more secure, we get a 1x6 in dark red, 1x1, one with a stud, and then there's a clip, and the clip goes into the one with the stud on the side. So we stick a 1x1 in there, and then a 1x6 connecting the door and the window in. Then we've got this here, which is going to be a TV screen, and we take a 1x1 transparent red, and then there's a 1x3 in silver, sits on the front. Then if we turn it around on the back, we want a 2x2 grey piece just to go in, and then a 1x2 with a handle piece on to clip onto the clip we've just stuck in. Then on here we want a sticker, so we want to stick a TV screen sticker on here, so anybody waiting in reception can watch TV, I guess, while they're waiting to go into the editor's office. Looks what it looks like that, and then we can just clip that at an angle in the office, so we've got something now that looks like this in the office space. Then we get another window, another 2 windows in fact. Just stick the glass in those, and they just stick at the top here. Then a 1x1, 1x6, and we've got this inverted pieces again. Let's put the 1x1 at the end, dark red, then a 1x6, and this inverted piece at the end. Then we've got our usual friend to do the columns around here so that we can stick those train tracks to the external wall. So we need 3 columns of 6 of these, all facing the same way as we normally do on every level. I say this bit of the build is a little repetitive. It would have been nice if we could have changed it up a little bit in terms of the construction, but I appreciate that the building is quite repetitive itself in the terms of the design of a skyscraper, so it's to be expected, I guess. That's another 6, and then we've got one more. And 6, and then the last one, which is the one with the studs facing different directions for the corner. 4, 5 and 6. goes on the corner like that. So they're all ready. And now of course we've got 50 clear panel pieces and 20 slider pieces to stick together, so we need to stick lots of these glass pieces to make the windows. So we've got to group them into 5s and do 10 lots of these. So let's just group the panels together into 5s first. Nearly there. One more to go, I think. And then just need to top and tail all these now with a 1x2 slider. Stick 2 of these in. Oh, have to stick them in the right way up. Put some near the receptionist area, and then we just got to the front, on the back I suppose, of the building. There we go, so now we've kind of put the glass on the external area of this level. Now we need a 1x, is it 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. So we've got 1x8 brick, 2 1x2s, one of these bracket pieces, 2 of those and one of those. So another 2 lots of 1x1s with by 5. 1x1 on top, and that just goes behind the chair in the editor's office to make another column. Then we put this long 1x8 piece in the middle here, and then put 2 of the 1x2 plates together, stick them in the back of this bracket piece, and the bracket piece goes onto the side here, one stud in. Then we just need to strengthen the level as usual. So we have two of these going on this side. Then we have two 1x1s going on each corner. 1x6 on this side. 1x8 on that side, and then these two 2x8s going on the front. This is always the tricky one. Too many studs to try to line up that are a little flimsy because of the panel piece. That's it. So that's the end of bag 13. So let's take a look at bag 14. I think we've got maybe 3 minifigures in this level, and we'll do the front of this level as well. So in here you can see now we've got the editor's office and the receptionist. Got 4 bags in bag 14 or section 14. So first minifigure is like Spider Pig. He's got a spider's web in his hand. Let's have our big bag, I think. It's kind of like Spider Pig, which is cool. Then we've got Venom, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Brandon, I'm going to try and finish this. I'll see how far I get. I'm aiming to finish probably about 30 minutes, so we'll see how far I can get in 30 minutes. So there's Venom, a bit like Carnage with all these bits hanging off of him, going mad. Another character, and then he's got another one with one of these spider web. Spiderweb pieces hanging off of him. Do another one going like that. I have to position all these minifigures in some places around this once I'm finished. Then we need to top off what we've done here with some plates like we normally do. So we've got 4 of these 2x2 corner plates. There's 4. Then we've got 4 1x6. 2. Where's the 1x6? 3. Missing one somewhere. There's 4. Then we need 2 1x3s. 1 and 2, and then we need 3 1x8s and 3. So as usual, the corner plates go into each corner. And the 1x3s, and we put the 1x6s just on each end here. Then we have a 1x8 and a 1x6, and stick 1x8 across the middle. So that's just strengthened up on top of that. Now we'll put our tiles on. So we need 2 1x8s. We've got a 1x6. We need another 1x6. Then a 1x3 tile and 2 1x2s. There's 1. There's 2. So again, doing like the modulars, just stick these across the top. Got the 1x6. Then we got 4 of these 1x4 modified. This is 3, 4, 1x8, 2 1x3s, and then we've got 2 corner tiles like that. And again, just like we do on the other levels, just overhang them by 1 stud at the front for our front area to connect into. That's the top of there, and then we need 9 again of these sort of rail track pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to do the front. Got 2 2x2s, and then we've got a turntable piece which needs to go together. So stick the 2 2x2s together, and then stick this turntable on the outside, and that's going to go on the side here where we've got this, where we put that bracket piece earlier. And then meanwhile I just need to stick these train track pieces onto these studded areas we've been sticking on between each, if I can get it, between each of the windows. Which are a little fiddly to stick on. Do the bits behind the fire escape. That's it. So now you've got all those grill pieces around the external part of the building. Then on the front here, you can see we've got quite a few studs exposed. We're going to build some things on here. I think looks like a air conditioning unit. So we get 2 2x4 plates, stick them together, stick 2 of these bracket pieces on, and a 1x4 to level it off at the front. Top here we just put a medium nugget piece, and then we've got 4 metallic grill pieces that go vertically across there. Then we have a nest piece, and we'll stick a bird in the nest as a bird nesting on top of the air conditioning unit, like so. And then that just sticks onto those black studs exposed there. Then these other studs here are going to be housing a billboard by the look of it, so we're going to get one of these pieces and we'll get the large sticker. It's going to look like this, so we'll just stick that on that piece. This billboard like that, and then around the edge here we've got to stick a couple more pieces. So we've got a couple of 1x2 black handle pieces, and on top we've got 1x1s with clips, 3 studs in from each side like that. Then around the back we're going to stick 4 of these inverted slope pieces. Hopefully I line these up correct, like that. Then on the front we've got these handle pieces which we can stick into these top clips, and into the bottom of each of those we've got a transparent 1x1 round, so it looks like a light. And then we'll just straighten this up. We can angle these down so it looks like they're shining on top of the billboard, and then we can just stick these into these blue studs we've already got. So now we've got this billboard stuck on the back, and then that will stick, which you probably won't be able to see on this camera view, on top of the Daily Bugle tower. So stick that into position, and now we've got to build the front bit, which is a standard kind of window piece again. I'm just trying to show you a bit. It's getting quite tall now. We're kind of getting right up to the camera piece now. Let me stick on the front, so we've got to do another 1x8, and we get a 1x2 plate, just normal one. Then we stick another one on, a 1x3, and another 1x2. We've got a longer piece, a 1x10. Stick a 1x3 on. Another connector piece and another 1x3 piece. Then we get a 1x3, normal 1x2 on. And another connector piece, and we'll just add that to the end of this. We've got this kind of row here. Looks a bit bent to me, but I'm sure it will straighten out. Then we've got 1x8, two 1x10s and a 1x3 plate. So we just need to then put that on top to strengthen this. Part out here. Now we've got that. Now we need 10 1x1s, and we'll stick two on top of each other with a space of 4 in between. So space for the windows, I guess, to go in. And one more there. So now we've got this. Then we've got 12 1x1x3/4, and we do the corner configuration. So in 6s again, with studs in alternate directions. Them on each end of this build. Three, 4, 5 and 6. Goes on to the other end. And then of course we need 18, so we're going to do 3 columns of 6 for all the studs facing the same way. I'll go in between each of the windows that we build. There's one. And 6. That's another one, and then we'll do one more. There's our sort of frame. So now we've got to build obviously the glass that goes in between. So we've got 40 panels. So connect 5 together. 4, 5, and again we top and tail with the 1x2 slider piece on here. Let's do that again. Three, so another 4 to make. Last one, and then we can start sticking these into the windows. Right, so there we go. So now we'll stick these into this frame that we've started to build. Now one more. And as always, just need to now connect the top bit so it's not all sort of wobbly. So we need 2 1x4s, which will stick other ends. Then we have a 1x3 each end. 1x2, then a 1x3 again in the middle, then another layer of plates, so 1x3 on top, then we've got a 1x10 and a 1x8, and the same again for the connection at top. So we've got a curved piece, a panel piece by 1x4, curved piece, panel piece, curved piece, panel curved, panel and curved. Got something looking like this at the moment. And then, as always, to finish this off on the architectural detail, these train track pieces on each end, and then across the front where we've got these studs showing already. Like that. So that's the front, and of course this time though we've got some hinge pieces here, so we're actually going to stick some like flagpoles, I think. So we get some of these rods and these pieces and we just stick them into the front. One more. There we go, so that's our front now with these sort of flagpoles sticking out, and then that goes into the front of our building. So that's that level done. Now we're onto the roof. So let's build the roof up. So kind of, I'll just slide this in, see if you can kind of see how far we've got. So we're up to we've done the flagpoles here at the front. So it's certainly getting large. Now we're going to do the roof. So bag 15. So only this set of bags and one more set left. Another 2 minifigures here, so it looks like we're going to get Blade. I want to say Firestorm. Is it Firestorm? Yes, that's the right. Let's start with Blade. So he's dressed completely in black. He's got a printed torso, plain black legs. He does have a one of these backpack sword holding devices. His head. Only printed on one side because he's got no hair, and then he's got his sort of samurai sword stuck in the back. And there's one. You should have two, so there's the second one. So there's Blade. It's a cool figure to have. And then is this Firestorm? Let's find out. So, bright orange legs, orange torso, printed with the red hands. It's got two expressions. Go for the one that looks a bit angry, and she's got fiery red hair. And then we're looking for some orange fire pieces, which I think are probably in this special bag, which they are. She's got balls of fire coming out of her hands. She kind of looks like that. This is looking good. So let's start off with making the roof then. So we need a 2x10, I think it is, and a 1x10. Stick them together. Then we've got the 6x10 stuck on top there. Flip it over. Got a 1x2 normal plate, if I can find one. These ones have got sliders on. There it is, stick that at the top. And then we've got 3 of these long 2x, these are 2x16, but I might be wrong. stuck in like that. Flip it back over, another 6x10 and a 2x10. Then we need a 1x3 plate just to level this front bit off, and then a 1x8 running off the front there. Then we put another, oh, nearly missed it, a 1x10 in first, then a 6x10 just to level it off. Then flip it over, we need to put a 1x3 plates in the end at the top, then a 2x10, and another 1x10 to put that space up there. So there's the base of our roof. If I clear some space here, what we're going to do is we're going to go around with 12 1x4 plates, leaving one stud gap between each one. So there's 12 going around here. One more going in, like that. It's got one stud gap between the edge, and then we've got 4 1x4 tiles, just going in a trend like this. Need one more. So we've got that circle shape going on there, and then we have got 3 sloped pieces plain and one with a print on, as you can see here, and then over here these together with the printed one facing away from me around here. Then we've got 2 1x4s, there's one and another one, and 2 sloped pieces, and these go into, the 1x4s go in the corner, and then the slopes go after the 1x4. So we've got something looking like this. Then in each of the gaps we've got running around here, we just need to run the 1x1s with studs on the side. So where it's not a corner, we put the ones, the dark bluish grey with the 1 studs in. And then when we do get to the corners, we use our light bluish grey with 2 studs on each corner. Like that. And then we've got 24 1x2s with the sliders on that go now into each of these 4 studs, which are in between each of those 1x1s with studs on the side. So it's going to go around around the edge of all of this. So 4 more to go. Pieces hiding from underneath other pieces, so we've got 1 more to find. There it is, underneath that circle piece. Right, so we've put all these maybe having some technical issues with my internet connection. Hopefully you are all still with me. Yeah, Brandon, the roof does have a water tower on top, so we'll be building that. I think that's what these big large pieces here are for, these wheel pieces. And then we need 12 1x4s that just go on top. So we'll just cover up these slider pieces, so then everything starts to come up to a normal level. And I need 1 more. Pieces keep hiding. Right, so now we've levelled all that off now. So next up we've got 16 1x2s, and then we've got some 32 triangle pieces. So we're gonna, where we've put the studs around the edges here, we're putting on these 1x2s with the triangle pieces on, like this, which we did on another level ages ago. So we're going to put 16 of these, I think, all the way around the edge, so we end up with something looking like this. So what I'll do is I'll just stick this to the side a second, and I'll build 16 of these, so then we can just stick them on in one go. Probably the only thing letting this set down is the repetitiveness of buildings, the building itself. The internal bits are cool, but these external bits are quite repetitive, but I suppose it's the nature of a skyscraper, so I suppose you can't really complain. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15, and one more to go. Did I miscount? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Can't see the last. I've gone blind to the. Oh, of course, I've already done one. Oh. Yeah, since I've already made one, I only need to make another 15 more. Duh. So if we just stick these on to the studs then that are on the sides. And then just this side to go. There we go. So we've stuck those all around the edge. Then on top, we need to sort of edge these out with some panels now. So we've got 5 1x3 panels. 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 corner panels, and then we've got 8 1x2 panels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're just going to run these all around the top edge here. So the corner ones go in the corner. Two 1x2 by 1x3 formation, so we've got this edge now going around the top. Then we need 5 more of the 1x3 panel pieces. We need 2 1x2s, 2 smaller corner pieces, and we need 2 1x6 bricks. So the 1x6 bricks just go on each side here. And these small corner pieces are in each corner on this side, and then we just finish off with doing 1x3, 1x2, 1x3, one by two, 1x2, 1x3 in the middle. There we go, so we've gone all the way around the edge of the top of the roof now. So next up is the water tower. So as Brandon said, there's a water tower at the top here, and there is. So we start with the circular piece, put a 2x2 in the middle, and then we get 4 bracket pieces, and on each of those we put a 2x2, and they connect onto the 2 studs that are exposed. Do that all the way around. Then we get another circle piece and we put two 2x2 rounds in the middle, on top of each other, and they go on top of those brackets to secure it like that. Then we've got 4 2x2 bricks in reddish brown, and we've got 4 2x2s in black with 2 studs in the corner. So we take one of these round pieces, put these black pieces on with the studs on 2 corners all around, so all the studs are exposed around the edge, and then we put the remaining 3 brown pieces on top of each other, and that goes into the bottom of what we've just built. Then we take 4 window pieces and stick these into the 2 studs we've got appearing at the bottom like that, and then we take 4 of these and stick those together to make the legs of the water tower. This looks like a cool build to me. It's very realistic if I don't break it. And then one more like that. So now we've got these sort of legs appearing. Then we take a yellow rod, 7 length yellow rod, and we stick that into this top piece here, like so. Then we have this huge wheel piece, one of these pieces and another one of these. Stick those together. That sticks into the middle of this wheel piece, and then we'll stick that, he says, I'll put it into the right hole, all the way down like so. And again take another wheel sort of piece with a round piece in the middle, stick that all the way into it like this. Got something that looks like that. These road still spins around at the moment, which probably means that's fell off. So let me just line that up. That's it. It's in place now. Hopefully, so we've got this kind of water tank forming. Then we get some stickers. So we've got some sort of green slimy stickers. I'll just stick these on. Like a hobgoblin and a Spider-Man sticker going on there. On the side there. Then we stick on the roof. We've got this big cat piece. Just sticks into there and doesn't. I'll stick it in properly. That's it. It's not moving now. And then we cap it off with sort of a transparent orange piece that clips into the top. So we've got that kind of Ninjago kind of Chinese person's hat, and that's it, I suppose. On top in silver, just to cap it off. So that's the kind of water tower there. And if we bring our roof back in, then this just sits like that. Although I say that, I don't know where the stickers go exactly, but I'm going to stick it like that then. So there's the big huge water tower stuck on top of the roof. Next up, we want a sort of communication aerial sticking out the top for them to broadcast the news from. So we take one of these girders, got a 1x2 plate on there, and a ball joint on top like this. Then we stick a white cone on top, Then we've got a red barrel piece, a white one, another red one. Top that off with a white 1x1 round. Then we have a red rod, and we get 2 of these 1x1 rounds in white with a hole in the middle. Cap it up with a red piece. Stick that on top like this, and that goes into the top of our towel like that as a communication tool. And then we get a dish. We get this dish. We have an inverted curved piece. He says, hang on, not that dish. Used the wrong dish. So many dishes on here. A smaller dish, and then we put a clip on, and that clips into the middle like that. And then we've got 2 smaller dishes. Just click above and below it. They're like satellite dishes. Got something looking like this. And then stick another girder with a ball joint on there onto the bottom of that. Then we use the large dish. Turn that over. Put a 2x2 on it. On with the ball joint. Flip it back over. Little dish in the middle. With one of these like lightsaber pieces on, like so. And then that sticks into the other part, so we've got something looking like that. Taller and taller this, and then that just slots into this space that we created over this side of that side of the roof. So now we've got this for the top. Now if I just stick that to the side a second, need to put a platform up for Firestorm. I think it's Firestorm. I could be wrong. Probably should just look it up in the front of the book. Various fire orange pieces here. So we need to make it look like she's elevating up, I think, on flames of fire. So like that. And on another one. Sort of flame tower. The ball joint on the other end. And another set of flames going into the tops of here. Then we have this huge massive flame. Again, stick that into the top of these 2 flames. Like so. Then there are 2 orange spiral pieces. They look like flames are starting to be created there. And then you get the minifigure. And then she sticks on top of this communication tower, like so. And then you can position her, she's on a ball joint, so you've got something looking like that. Look at that. How cool is that? And then that sits on top of the tower. If I can just about, I say that, it doesn't actually fit in terms of the roof in my attic is sloped. And I don't think you're going to be able to see this on the camera. Let's just fix it into the roof. Put the spares outside, then we're on to our last bag, which does actually have Spider-Man in it. Let me just make sure that fun trying to stick these pieces on. I always struggle, even with modulars, to get these to line up. It doesn't want to fit properly. You always fit one side in, but not the other side. Anyway, I'll leave it like that for now. Play with it afterwards. Right, so now we're going to do the last part. Which is going to be here the Spider-Man minifigure himself, his car, Dr. Octopus, and I think the Daily Bugle sign is also going to be done in this last bag. So we shall just do this and then we'll be done for the day. So first up is Spider-Man himself, so he's got his blue and red legs and his printed torso and his head, and he's got spider web out of his hand, so you can hang him from the building if you wish to. So Spider-Man. Then we've got Dr. Octopus, so he's got dark green legs, green torso. He does have one of those backpack pieces on, so we're going to connect lots of things off of his back. Let's make him have a smiley face with some brown hair. That's him without his tentacles on. Now we've got to build his tentacles, which look like they're going to be fun. So take one of these pieces, then you've got to do this 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on his 7th one he's got a claw hanging out, so we're going to make 7 of these things and then clip them to his backpack, so he's got this arm sticking out like that. So I've got another load of these now. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more, 7 with a claw hanging out. There's 2, so I've got to do another load now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Final claw. Cool, so there's Dr. Octopus with his octopus arms. So that's the last minifigure, I think. Then we got at the top, so on the roof, where we had the 6. Let me see if I can take this off. Ooh. Where we left with the 6 studs here at the front. Try to make some room here. On the front we're going to stick 2 of these girders, and then on these girders we're going to stick 2 brackets in reddish brown, just on the front like that. And on the other side like that. This is where the Daily Bugle sign is going to be hung from. So we take a long dark bluish grey piece, put a 2x3 there. Then we've got 4 jumper tiles. Then we need a 1x2 dark bluish grey, just normal plate. I can't see it. Is normal plate at 1 yet? There it is. Another 2 jumpers, and then a long plate again. Then we get a 2x3 and a 1x2, stick them together like that. That sticks underneath, create that shape there. And take another long plate, it's getting quite long now, this space. Stick that underneath, and then we've got 2 lots of plates, a 2x3 in the middle, another 2 jumpers, and then a 2x4. So we've got this massive, huge piece built here with some jumpers on. We're going to fix the letters to, I think. So first up is the D. So we get a 1x6 tile in red. Two of these curved pieces to make a D. Two curved tiles and a 1x2 there. So there's our D. Stick that to the start. Then to do an A, again interestingly a curved piece and another 3x3 again, so 1x6, that curved piece, 1x4 tile, then we stick a 1x1 in the middle. Oh, so I've just dropped. That's the A. Our A is now in place. I, we just put a 1x6 plate and then put a 1x6 tile on. Fairly simple. Stick that on like that. And L is similar. You get a 1x4 plate and a 1x6 tile. Then we put a 2x3 plate underneath and then a 1x2 top like that. So we've got an L. So now we've got Dale. Then we do a Y. A 1x4 tile with a 1x3 dark bluish grey plate. Then we get a 1x4, connect it like that, and then we've got 2/4 tiles in red. We stick either side of the 1x4, and then just stick 1x2s up, and there's a Y. Now we've got daily. Then we need to make a B. So take a curved plate. Again, 2 curved plates. Like so. Then we've got curved tile. So a bit like the D. There's a C, but we're not making a C. So then we need a 1/4 tile, and a square tile, so I need a 1x1, then we've got a B. And that sticks on like that. Meanwhile in the middle here we need to also stick another 2 jumpers in the middle. Just like that. Next up is the U. So we start with a 3x3 plate, put 1x4 tile on. Opposite of an A, I suppose. Curved plate. Then a 1x6, and then we've got a curved piece going up like that. So there's our U. Like that. Now we do a G. So we've got a curved plate, curved tile, a couple of 1x2s. Another curve plate, another curved tile, quarter tile, 1x2, and then another quarter tile to do the inside bit of the G, like that. Then we've got Daily Bug. L again, so 1x4 plate and a 1x6 tile. Okay, so same as the last time. Look at that. Now we just need to do the E. So we get 3x3 plates, 1x6, stick them two together. E's fairly easy, just get a 1x2. Connect it like that, and then that just goes on to the end like that. So we've got the Daily Bugle sign there. Then in the middle bit here we've put the jumpers. We need to get a 1x1 and a 1x1 with a clip and just stick them onto the jumper. Do that again. And then we can make a little bugle. So we take a dish sign and like a lampshade. We've got like a lightsaber. And another one of these. And I've got like a bugle there. Connects in like that. Now we just need to attach this to so where the L is, that's where it connects onto. I've seen a few mocks with this redone so it curves around the building, which I think looks quite impressive actually, which could be something I'll have a go at. I'll get this to line up. It doesn't want to go. Good start. Ooh. Try not to break it. Put these back on again. Shows you in the instructions that the first pillar should line up with the L, which I've done, but for whatever reason that does not then like to line up with that. Oh, right, done it. Cool. So there's the roof, just about fit it in, kind of. Lots going on in the roof, which is nice to see. So it's not one of those things they've just stuck on for the sake of sticking it on. So I'll just stick that onto the roof, which we've constructed already, kind of. It's not stuck on properly as such because it can't quite do it. But now we need to build the Spider-Man's car. It's probably not the best looking thing in the set, I don't think, but we'll build it anyway. And then this is probably the last part of the set. And then that. And then we've got a curved piece that goes in the front, which needs a sticker, so we'll need to get a sticker in a minute. So sticker for some headlights on the little Spider-Man Jeep car, like that. Flip it over, we'll put some front axle on for the wheels, and then in the back we got two of these connectors. Then we've got a 2x2 plate, just goes onto the bottom, and then we've got two blue brackets that come up. Like so. Then across all of that we just put another 2x6 plate, flip it back over, and we've got a steering wheel and two red clips that go up. Like that. Then we get our downward facing bracket. We've got one of these D-shaped tiles in red. Nearly flip across the room. We have a jumper tile underneath there, and that goes on the jumper tile, as does that. So it looks like that, and then we are going to connect this to the back. So we've got all this stuff going on at the back of the car, and then we get 2x6 1x2. Do this twice now, so this is going to form like the door, I suppose, to the car. Then the other way on the other side. Like so. Then we get two 1x3 tiles, which we're going to stick stickers on in a minute. In fact, we'll do it now. Spider web stickers. Like that. That's our last set of stickers in this set. And then on the back here we just stick these 2x3s in red on the back, and then we have these hose pipes connect to each other on the back. Like that. And in the front we've got two of these. The front bit. Then we put these wheels together. See this? We put the right wheels and the right tyres. We've got two large, two small. Small ones just go into this front axle already. Those are the front tyres, and the back tyres too big to me, but guess not. Stick these in like this. And in the rear tyres we want to stick this rod piece in that. Stick that through the holes in the back. So this is our Spider-Mobile, I suppose. Kind of Jeep thing. And does that go on there? Or am I missing something? Got a few too many spares here, so I feel like I may have missed something. I'll just double check. A couple of bucket handles I've not used. I feel like I probably should have done. No, I should have done in the bugle actually. So that's what that extra clip was underneath. The whole sign probably falls off now. To make it look like a bugle handle. So I'll stick that on there. And then I have an inverted curved clip, which usually means you need to reinforce something somewhere, which I should have done, which was on the end. What's that? Cool. Right, so those are the missing pieces. So that is it, I suppose. Let me just put these spares away, and then we've got to attach the Spider-Mobile we've just created to the side of the building somehow, so that he's driving up the building. Okay. Ooh, try not to hit the roof in this office. So then he's going up here on this turntable, which you can then position the car like it's driving. Cool. So you probably can't see that. I'll try and there you go. So the car is stuck to the building. So that's the build. So let me just go back to the main camera. You might get a better view. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I can't even fit it in the main camera, but you can kind of see. Let me just take the roof off for you guys. So that's kind of what you got at the top. So this thing is huge, and I'm sure lots of people have read about how big this thing is, but it certainly is huge. It's going to look very good in Bricktown, which is what I'm planning on, where I'm planning on putting this next. So I'm going to build a new table space. I've got like the police modular and Lego store Leicester Square to go into it. So that's it completed, and so we'll be transferring that into Bricktown as well, as height providing. This is actually, you can't see it, but this is nearly touching the curved ceiling in my attic space, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully you enjoyed this build along. It's taken us 3 weeks to build it. Apologies for last week where we cut off for the internet connection, but hopefully you managed to find your way back and saw the end of the build last week where we finished off just one level. If you enjoyed this build over the last 3 weeks, do hit that like button. Helps us grow the channel and more people to see the content that we produce. Next week we've got another stream coming up, so be sure to see us again at the same time, 2:30 British summertime in the UK, and you can take a look at what we're building there. I've already put that available on the channel, so you can set a reminder to be reminded about that coming up. Also, don't forget we put some more videos live on the channel this week on Friday as well, so if you've not seen those, do check those out. And have the great rest of your Sunday and weekend that's still around. So until next week, stay safe, and I'll see you then.